Technology and Livelihood Education. Family and Consumer Science for Grade 7. Our topic is Fundamentals of Hospitality and Tourism Industry. Quarter 3. Week 1. The content standard for this lesson is: the learners demonstrate an understanding of the fundamentals of the hospitality and tourism industry. The performance standard is: the learners apply skills in food preparation and services following safety precautions. The learning competency and objectives. Lesson Objective 1. Differentiate hospitality and tourism. Lesson Objective 2. Distinguish the types and forms of tourism and the kinds of tourists. Lesson Objective 3. Explain the scope of the hospitality industry. Before we continue with our lesson, can you name this place? What can you say about this place? How about this one? Do you know where is this? What can you say about this place? Have you been to this place? Where can you find it? What can you say about this place? Can you name this place? What can you say about this place? The Department of Tourism, or DOT, has announced a new tourism slogan: Love the Philippines. How about you? What is your travel goal? Write your travel goal by filling the blanks with details stated in numbers. Just like this example. I am Jane Dela Cruz. I love to visit Boracay because it is beautiful and has an array of activities, which have made it a place I enjoy visiting repeatedly. During my trip, I hope to be with my whole family. I plan to travel in April 2025. To make my dream a reality, I will save a lot of money. What can you say about this quote? Life is about the adventures you take and the memories you make. So travel often and live life with open eyes and open heart. Our topic is Fundamentals of Hospitality and Tourism Industry. The following are the content area vocabulary. The hospitality and tourism industry is a vast sector that includes all the economic activities that directly or indirectly contribute to or depend upon travel and tourism. This industry sector includes hotels and resorts, restaurants and catering, and clubs and bars. Tourism is the act and process of spending time away from home for recreation, relaxation, and pleasure while using the commercial provision of services. Hospitality is the activity or business of providing services to guests in hotels, restaurants, bars, and other areas where people go to eat or relax. Accommodation is the act of providing what is needed or desired for convenience to guests. Travel is to move or transfer from one place to another for an important purpose. Why do people travel? How about you? Do you want to travel? What is the reason why? People travel for the following reasons: business or work, leisure, education, health and wellness, adventure and thrill, and for cultural enrichment. Tourism is a social, cultural, and economic phenomenon which entails the movement of people to countries or places outside their usual environment for personal or business or professional purposes. These people are called visitors, which may be either tourists or excursionists, residents or non-residents. And tourism has to do with their activities, some of which imply tourism expenditure, from United Nations World Tourism Organization, 2008. The fundamentals of tourism industry. Based on the point of origin is the domestic tourism. This happens when residents travel within their country of residence. This is more difficult to measure than the other kind because there are rarely currency, language, or visa implications. Next is the international tourism. This involves travel outside the country of residence where currency, language, and visa are to be considered. Next is based on travel arrangement. Example of this is the inclusive tour. It is a travel where several components like accommodation, fare, food, and amenities are purchased together, and one price is paid. The independent travel is when needed components like accommodation, fare, food, and amenities are purchased separately. The tailor-made travel is a combination of inclusive and independent travel, and the internet may be used for bookings and payments. Next is based on the purpose of travel. One of the purpose is leisure and recreation. This includes visiting other places during weekends, holidays, or free time to visit friends and relatives, exploring other places for cultural tourism, and leisure and sports activities like swimming, hiking, and biking to de-stress and rejuvenate. Another purpose of travel is to study. Study travel includes visiting another place or country to learn or apply skills learned inside the classroom in a different environment, such as in the practicum training program. This is not included in the discussion since changes may be made to adapt to current trends. Another purpose is for health tourism. It is a wider term for travel that focuses on medical treatments and the use of healthcare services. It covers a wide field of health-oriented tourism, ranging from preventive and health-conductive treatment to rehabilitation and curative forms of travel. Wellness tourism is a related field. Another purpose is for business and professional tourism. This involves traveling to a destination away from home or a normal workplace. Some types of business tourism are incentive travel, exhibitions, trade fairs, conferences and meetings, and corporate events. Answer the following questions and share your answers with the class. Why do people travel? What are the positive and negative impacts of the pandemic on the tourism industry? How can you help promote domestic tourism? The hospitality industry. What can you say about the rooms? Which room do you like the most and why? Hospitality refers to the provision of services and amenities to guests or visitors with the aim of ensuring their comfort, satisfaction, and well-being. It encompasses a wide range of activities and interactions aimed at creating a welcoming and hospitable environment for individuals who are away from their usual place of residence. The following are the scope of hospitality industry. The scope of hospitality industry. First is the accommodation and lodging. This refers to a place where one stays, but not his or her home. Accommodation is to stay for a long period of time, while lodging is to stay for a short period of time. Next is the travel services. This includes transportation by air, land, or water. Travel and ticket bookings are also a part of this service. The food and beverage services. It caters to anything that involves meals to be eaten by guests as well as the services done for this purpose, like table setting and food catering. The recreation and entertainment. The activities that provide fun amusement to guests. It can be in the form of sports and arts, whether visual or performance. Next is the conventions and event management. It includes organizing activities for large meetings of an organization or group. And lastly, the cruise. Cruises are large passenger ships used mainly for vacation. Types of accommodation. The first type of accommodation is the catered accommodation. It is an accommodation that provides guests with food. Next is the non-catered accommodation. In this accommodation, the food is not included in the package. The guest either dines out, brings his/her own food, or relies on food delivery services. Let us have an activity. This is called the 5-person collaboration, or the bar code goal. Students will be organized into groups of 5. Each group will share their travel goal, answering the questions, where, when and why they choose that place. Reflection on learning. After the 5-person collaboration, each group will present their planned travels to the class. Turn your travel dreams into reality.
A time to remember. This is Teacher Mylene. Thank you for watching and please subscribe to my YouTube channel.